Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for the perfect grace, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that's here for each of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this illumination, the illumination of the highest good, the illumination of our true selves, including our perfectly healthy selves. And we celebrate all the good that is here right now and all the peace that is present. We're so grateful for the highest good being with us right now, and for the care and love of the angels, the care and love of the guides and goddesses and masters and our loved ones. And we celebrate the perfect flow of abundance, abundance of time, health, ideas, creativity, money, peace of mind, an abundance of care, abundance of clarity, and abundance of peace. So if we could just breathe into all that. And like Christmas lights, but bigger, if we could notice an array of colors, primary colors and such, being illuminated for you. And if we could notice lights being around you, perhaps big lights, almost like spotlights. And if we could notice there being multiple colors, and let's notice an instant response of your cells to all these different colors, like green and white and blue and red and yellow and purple. We could just notice the two things, the illumination and the colors. So if we could just breathe and notice that being around you, and whether you feel it, see it, hear it, or know it, we'll notice your cells responding to that, those colors and those lights. And indeed, if we could just notice all these different colors being within you, around you, everything being illuminated in colorful ways, nothing being hidden. And if we could just notice with this great illumination and festive illumination, if we could just notice with that spirit of frivolity and peace, we'll notice the wonderful colors that correlate for you with healing, noticing healing with green and white, the healing that blue provides, and healing in all ways, all manners, all fashions, physical healing, healing of specific dynamics or bones or conditions, healing any tension or fear. We'll just notice these wonderful colors providing illuminated healing right now. Wonderful. And in the most pleasant way possible, we'll notice with incandescent Christmas lights how they get a bit hot. We could just notice this warm glow provided by the different lights here, providing a sense of comfort, wonderful clarity, and a refreshing peace of mind. So we'll just notice the colors and lights of healing. And if we could just notice, perhaps subtle, perhaps gentle, perhaps otherwise, if we could just notice the glow within you of healing, as we tap into and perhaps notice the parts of ourselves and the core of our being that are perfectly healthy. And if we could very simply, as we tap into and illuminate that part of ourselves, just feel like positive electricity moving through your body, through your veins, through your nervous system, and reminding wrists and stomachs and shoulders and organs and systems and cells of radiant wellness, perfect healing. And if we could notice this addressing, if we could notice any worry being healed right now, being alleviated. And if we could notice with the lights, if we could notice a really tall Archangel Michael, very simply putting out his hand, extending his hand to you, and inviting you to put any worry for anything, be it about a friend, be it about a diagnosis, be it about finances, be it about grief, be it about concern for others, be it about a to-do list. If we could just hand all those different things over to Archangel Michael into his hand. And we'll just lovingly breathe in. Wonderful. We're going to work with color and light in different configurations. If we could notice right now, still with the image, if it's helpful for you, of Christmas lights and the larger bulbs. And if we could just notice green lights being arranged right around your feet, right where you are right now, perhaps around your feet and your body. If we could notice there being, dozens of Christmas lights that are green around your feet, if we could just breathe in and notice that green illumination coming from your feet, moving up. We could notice a wonderful, refreshing wave of healing energy, an energy that is fresh like green grass, that has a sense of possibility to it, a sense of growth, fertile green, forest green. If we could just notice that green moving up, touching every joint, ankles, knees, hips, spines, rib cages, necks, jaws, shoulders, elbows, hands, toes. We could just notice every part of you that moves, experiencing a wonderful green glow of healing, a sense of regeneration in every single system. And the parts of your body that correspond, internal parts that correspond with green, perhaps the heart chakra and other systems, senses. We could just breathe in, including taste, tasting things that are green. Be that kale, be that a shamrock shake, be that something else that's green. If we could just breathe into things that are green and just feeling this wonderful experience of peace. And if we could notice elongation of brain waves, elongation of nerves, elongation of care, an elongation of good, releasing the idea that the good part is over. And if we could just let the good be here right now, in addition to past moments of good, and affirming there's future moments of good. So if we could just breathe into the lovely reassurance that is here, the wonderful clarity that is here. And if we could just lovingly notice as we move away from green to white, if we could notice Archangel Michael writing your name with his finger in the sky, and there being a lovely sense of connection between you and him with that gesture of him writing your name with his finger in the sky. So if we could just notice white, and perhaps noticing the gentle, warm quality of white being behind you, being in your bones, being in front of you, being to your left, to your right, beneath you and above you. Just feeling a warm, gentle illumination that is here. And if we could let these white lights take on the property of white light as a healing agent, if we could just feel waves of white light moving through every single cell in your body, if we could feel white light in your physical brain, your physical skull, but also in your mental body, your consciousness, white light, healing light in your memories, in your knowledge, your intelligence, your intellect, white light in your wisdom, white light in moments of happiness and clarity. And if we could feel there being a buoyancy to all these positive experiences that we've had, the positivity that we've heard of, that we aspire to, that we have known, if we could let all those different dynamics come into this moment and allow good to be part of this moment, to allow hope to be part of this moment. And with hands of white light, if we could notice Archangel Michael touching perhaps your shoulders or your neck, if we could notice Archangel Gabriel especially having hands of white light touching you perfectly, perhaps on arms or your shoulder blades, or both. And just notice those hands of illumination touching you with great grace. Wonderful. We'll just breathe in. And if we could notice something like being in a space where you could see every single star in the sky, in this space, this held space of angelic contact, this angel spa, if we could very simply, perhaps in our mind's eye, or through feeling or knowing or hearing, if we could notice the sparks of illumination of other people receiving healing and angelic guidance and grace right now, perhaps across continents, across oceans, and just noticing those sparks of illumination and recognize the community that is here, the contact that is here, the wide and vast and universal reach of the angels, how much your well-being, including your happiness, matters, and that there's enough for everyone. So if we could just lovingly breathe in and just feel this vast healing of everything and everyone. And if we could very simply just take a note of that, to acknowledge that. And with that acknowledgement, we'll very simply just take in a breath, and we'll allow ourselves to just come to this space of Archangel Michael touching your neck and shoulders, Archangel Gabriel touching your shoulder blades and arm, and allowing ourselves with even more depth and availability to be right here, right now. So we'll just lovingly breathe into all of that. And we'll just lovingly breathe in. And we'll notice, in addition to the white, there being red, and the red and the white mixing to make a pink. But we'll notice the source of the white, the source of the red, and we'll notice the presence of the pink. And if we could notice, like finger painting, If we can notice Archangel Haniel, the angel of grace, if we can notice her finger painting really fun, loving symbols on your soul and on your skin, perhaps her finger painting pink hearts, pink smiley faces, pink words like joy and fun, other symbols. If we could notice her finger painting on any part of your physical body that can use extra healing, like a wrist, like your skin, like your wallet, like your nervous system, if we could just notice pervasive pink and joyful pink. And if we could just notice with her experience of fun with the pink, if we could notice with tremendous care, tremendous love, if we could notice Archangel Haniel leaning her forehead directly onto your forehead. And we'll just gently notice what she communicates to you, which might include pink thoughts. Wonderful. If we could just breathe in. It might have already happened, but we'll let it start fresh. So let's very simply notice any guidance based on or in response to your intention, based on your intentions that Archangel Haniel provides for you. So we'll just breathe in. Wonderful. We'll just breathe in and we'll say out loud, thank you. And if we could notice there just being more room, and if we could notice and feel the care that is here for you, the loving care, the solutions, the teamwork that is here for you. And like shooting stars, like sparks that linger, if we could notice there being movement of purple in the atmosphere around you, be that in front of your eyes or miles away, if we could just notice there being purple, purple, purple sparks that linger, streaks of purple. If we could notice your wishes going out into the world, miracles appearing, great assurance, great clarity, the wonderful vividness and vivaciousness of prayers, of guidance, of you being loved and helped, of there being great grace and great peace right here for you right now. We'll just notice the good that is here, the peace that is here for you. and with a wonderful sense of harmony, a wonderful experience of love. And if we can notice there being paint cans of red in front of you, like an artist would have, if we could just very simply notice this being different than the red light, if we could just notice the paint cans of red and what your impulse is to do with them. Perhaps changing a space, perhaps putting your hand in the paint. Just notice what you want to do with the red paint and where the angels help with the red paint. And the purity of the red, there being an infusion of graceful, calm, clarity, and abundance to your root chakra. You're feeling safe, secure in all ways, physically safe, spiritually safe, emotionally safe, energetically safe, financially safe, safe in your health, wholeness. Everyone we're aware of being safe, especially anyone we're concerned about, be that a friend, a parent, a grandparent, a child, a grandchild, a stepchild, a sibling, a workplace, a planet, a country, a universe. Let's very simply just feel the red helping everything be infused with security and peace. And if we could notice, this will be individual for each of us, the heroes that we admire, be that people who are alive, have been alive, or fictional characters, or film characters, or TV characters. If we could just notice the heroes that you've had in your life that really resonate with you. We could notice the presence of those heroes and them helping you out. And let's let the heroes help. And if the heroes arrival and help, let's very simply notice what doors we can open a crack more or more. The space available, perhaps everything becoming more spacious. And if we can give the heroes and the angels and the colors access to sacred spaces, access to our hearts, our consciousness, our bank accounts, time, lists, medical reports. Let's let them influence all the above. A positive influence on institutions, anything that directly affects our lives. They're being a very positive influence. And if we can notice the word plenty being everywhere. Plenty of love, plenty of time, plenty of ideas, plenty of miracles, plenty of abundance in all ways, plenty, plenty of love, plenty of connection, plenty, 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 plenty. And indeed, good and plenty. All this abundance, the plenitude of everything being good, only positive. So we'll just breathe into all that. And if we could just notice yellow, and let's notice yellow being like the yellow of the sun, perhaps with the steady reassurance the sun provides. Not so much heat, but a steady presence. If we can notice yellow, and perhaps yellow illuminating everything with a warm glow, with a calm presence, with great gifts, with great good, great love. And if we could notice the energy of permission, the energy of approval, the energy of help, the energy of teamwork, as in you're not doing anything alone, the energy of recognition, being seen, being heard, being understood. Let's notice all those energies: approval, permission, being visible, being seen, being heard. And let's let, with all those open doors and green lights and expansive spaces, if we can notice there being a perfect healing right now, and they're talking like it's already done, of anything that's felt like or has been a refusal. So we'll just lovingly notice all the good that is here and the healing that is present. Healing of anything that's been abandoned or refused to you, or unavailable, any disappointments. We could just lovingly breathe in, and we'll let all that healing happen right now with Michael, Gabriel, and Haniel, paying attention to those dynamics very specifically. If we could notice the dominant energy here being long, languid, and free energy flowing. Once again, the energy of approval, illuminated healing, color and light, pathways illuminated, lights on the road, and working as a team. A team of people you resonate with and trust and feel seen and heard by. A team of non-physical beings, angels, goddesses, guides, loved ones who are here to help. So we'll just notice all this goodness being here, all this peace being here, all this love being here. I will notice great love being here too. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe into all this. Wonderful. And if we could just notice, perhaps um, at a bit of a distance, perhaps 100 feet, 100 meters away, let's notice there being a wonderfully spaced out blue lights that are really beautiful, perhaps ornate, perhaps with designs. And if we can notice that circle of blue at a bit of a distance, and the space between you and the blue being filled with absolute love, healing energy, healing warmth, healing care. If we could just breathe and let our bodies revel in this space of unconditional love, healing, and harmony. We'll notice all the good that is here. We'll notice all the grace that is here. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe in. And let's very simply, like guidance, if we can notice what the blue communicates to you. Wonderful. And if we could say out loud to all the colors, thank you. And let's indeed breathe in to the energy of miracles and breathing into the reality of miracles and breathing into great grace and great peace and great illumination, that you are lit up with love, that all the good is illuminated, that nothing is in the dark, that great grace is here in the vividness and love and embodiment of colors are here. The white, the pink, the green, the blue, the purple, the red, the yellow. And we'll just breathe into all this goodness, all this grace, and all this love, all of it being right here for you right now. And we celebrate all this. We celebrate this moment of recognition and healing. We celebrate the great good that is here. And we know that all is well. And indeed, if we could feel once again the very tall Archangel Michael with his reassuring and loving hands on your shoulders and neck, him being right here with each of us. I am with you. We could feel Archangel Gabriel with a sturdy hand in the center of your back, a touch of grace and love, and presence and assurance. And if we could notice Archangel Haniel, perhaps giving you an enormous hug. You'll notice the colors, vivid and in communication with your cells and your soul. in communication with all of the systems in your body, providing healing, sparks of enlightenment, miracles, guidance, presence, and love. If we could take just a moment right now, either with your eyes open or closed, perhaps open, you could just notice the colors that get your attention in the space that you're in right now. Lovely blues, reds, purples, pinks, white, green. Just notice what's right here. Different shades of blue. And just noticing what's right where you are right now. And with loving clarity, perfect peace, and outstanding joy, we say out loud to everything here, the angels and the colors and the light. We say out loud, thank you. And thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for all the goodness, all the grace, and all the peace that is here for each of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity for wonderful healing, for perfect abundance in all ways, for recognition and approval, for great grace, and the vividness of life, the vividness of colors and light, and that we're included in all this right now, that our existence right now is illuminated and colorful, and good things are here. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe in. They're bringing up in closing, there's a band, British band XTC, the letters XTC, who have a song called Wrapped in Gray, which the basic gist of don't let the loveless ones sell you a world wrapped in gray. And that's the refrain. If we could just notice one of the lines of the song, awaken you dreamers. And we'll just very simply notice that it's okay for life to be vivid and big, to set aside the gray and to notice the good, and to feel that everything is possible and that we're here right now. And with wonderful clarity and perfect peace, we once again thank the presence of Mother, Father, God, and all the archangels and ascended masters, and for everything put forward during this time as an acknowledgement, as a wish, as a prayer, as a desire, as a recognition and a declaration. We ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.